You struggle. You fight. You cling to your fragile existence like maggots rotting flesh. But in the end, all things wither, all things decay. Your so-called imperialist body corpse too stubborn to accept its own death. I'm no executioner. I'm merely the one who ensures the inevitable. Rejoice, for Grandfather Nurgle welcomes all. In time.
Imagine a warrior so dedicated to spreading disease that he makes the common cold look like a minor inconvenience. Meet Typhus the Traveler, Nurgle's favorite plague-spreading champion and the Death Guard's most infamous germaphobe's nightmare. Welcome back, servants of the Imperium and devotees of chaos. Today we are diving into the infectious legend of Typhus, the Herald of Nurgle and host of the dreaded Destroyer Hive. Before he was the universe's most notorious disease vector, Typhus was known as Calas Typhon. Hailing from the delightfully toxic world of Barbarous. Born a half-breed, his dad was one of the local psychic warlords, and his mom was, well, unfortunately drowned by her neighbors for her choice in partners. Typhon had a rough start, but hey, nothing says character building like childhood trauma, and a nightly psychic outburst that smashed furniture and willed plants. Despite, or perhaps because of, his tumultuous upbringing, Typhon climbed the ranks of the Death Guard faster than you can say Contagion, eventually becoming first captain and commander of the battleship Terminus Est. But don't let the fancy titles fool you. Deep down, Typhon was less loyal officer and more secret chaos fanboy, having been introduced to the ruinous powers by none other than Erebus of the Worldbearers. When the Horus Heresy kicked off, Typhon saw his chance to shine, or fester as it were. He played a pivotal role in the betrayal at Isstvan III, ensuring that loyalist Death Guard were, let's say, permanently resigned. Later, during a warp jump on the way to Terra, Typhon convinced his Primarch Mortarion to ditch the navigators, claiming he could guide the fleet himself. Spoiler alert, he couldn't. The fleet got lost in the warp, and everyone contracted a nasty case of Destroyer Plague. But did Typhon let a little thing like a devastating plague get him down? Of course not. He embraced it, bonding with the disease and becoming the host of the Destroyer Hive. His body bloated, his armor fused to his flesh, and he started emitting toxic gases. Talk about the makeover. From then on, he was known as Typhus, because nothing says new beginnings like a name that sounds like a fatal illness. Fast forward to the grimdark present, and Typhus is still at it, cruising the galaxy in the Terminus Est, spreading Nurgle's blessing to every world he can find. He's been a key player in numerous campaigns, including the 13th Black Crusade, where his plague fleet was the first chaos force to ravage the Agrippina sector. He even managed to desecrate the holy planet Annunciation all by himself. Talk about an overachiever. Typhus has also been known to get creative with his contagions. On the world of Legada, he unleashed a noise plague that forced the infected to eternally sing hymns to Nurgle. And let's not forget Hydra Manoris, where he introduced the infamous zombie plague, resulting in 23 billion deaths. If nothing else, you've got to admire his commitment to the craft. So, what have we learned today? 1. Typhus is the galaxy's most dedicated plague enthusiast. 2. If he offers you a handshake, it's probably best to decline. And 3. Nurgle sure knows how to pick them. What do you think? Is Typhus the ultimate herald of pestilence, or just a really persistent germaphobe's worst nightmare? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this deep dive into Warhammer 40K lore, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another grimdark adventure. Stay vigilant, stay healthy, and remember, sharing isn't always caring.
Courage and honor. Courage and honor. Courage and honor. I hear you murmur these words in the mist. In their wake, I hear your hearts beat harder with false conviction. Seeking to convince yourselves that a brave death has meaning. There is no courage to be found here, my nephews. No honor to be had. Your souls will join the trillion others in the mist, shrieking uselessly into eternity, weeping for the empire you could not save. To the unfaithful, I bring holy plagues ripe with enlightenment. To the devout, I bring the blessing of immortality through the kiss of sacred rot. And to you, newborn sons of Gilliman, to you, flesh-crafted puppets of a failing Imperium, I bring the holiest gift of all,